How you guys doing? Yes, it's your boy Daki. For some reason, I love spelling my name, and then it is spelled Darki. Obviously, you know it's double E. For Gusto TV Africa, pleasing you guys is our number one. No, we don't joke with it actually. We have to please you guys. I want to make sure that you guys enjoy every content we put out for you guys. I told you guys in the morning. The only constant thing we have is constant K, and that's change. And as much as possible, you have to change to please your audience, and then we're doing all of that to make sure that we give you guys the best view as possible. Anyways, guys, I was there at work. I was today. Hope you guys had an amazing day. Trust me, we wish you the best in whatever you guys are doing. Straight up today, let's know what we have for you guys in news. Today, this is basketball. Like, it's funny how at every point in time here you have like an exclusive conversation to talk about in the news. Adekunle Good has come out to say a thing or two about what happened regarding the time him and Brian had the conversation. All of that, you don't want to miss it, trust me. Anyways, let's delve straight out to what the news look like. We'll begin our news today with the biggest man from Africa, the biggest guy from Afrobeat, the one who call himself the African giant, Joe Dogu. Call him anything you want to call him, that is befitting of who a big man is. Burna Boy is all of that and more. Moving on, we saw where location, his song Yahoo Santa Dave at the time surpassed 450 million streams on Spotify. How does this guy do it? Trust me, you want to ask a question, how do you do it? Because it just shows that you are an amazing person. 450 million stream is not gain feet. Big one to Burna Boy and Dave on that particular project. Moving on, we have Burna Boy again on chart. I'm going to read to you how the chart look like, but trust me, it has been amazing so far. Burna Boy has dominated charts, and again on his new song, he is still dominating charts. We saw Big 7 on Shazam chart, on the worldwide Shazam categories of 198, and then it is currently charting in about 15 countries plus. Uganda number 9, 14 in Nigeria, 31 in Zambia, 38 in Kenya, 51 in Ghana, 62 New Zealand, 105 in the UK, 107 in Canada, 110 in Israel, 117 in the UAE, 132 in Cameroon, 166 in Tanzania, 169 in Cote d'Ivoire, and then 188 in Australia. Burna Boy Big 7 doing what only big song will do. Moving on, we saw for the Billboard World Album Charts. So the Billboard World Album Charts, Burna Boy again is showing his proneness, is showing his strength, is showing his muscles in this category. We have Burna Boy Love Damini now on number 15, and then it has spent about 50 massive, 50 long weeks on the chart. It just shows the fact that this guy has longevity, and then he has consistency. Having 50 weeks on the chart shows that they are vibing to your song, they love it, and then they don't want to let go. So obviously you cannot let Love That Many go. That was a project, that was a masterclass, that was an involvement, that was revolutionary. It was a project that people saw and they knew that we had to step up. So obviously no one will let something like Love That Many go just like that. 50 weeks on the chart shows that Burna Boy did something classy on that project. Moving on, we have Burna Boy first single of the year, sitting on top of the world with 21 Savage at the time, reaches a new peak of 15 on the Billboard bubbling under 100. A massive one to Burna Boy. Mind you, just the song sitting on top of the world. Also moving on, we saw Burna Boy Big 7 peaks at number 1, where this time not Anguilla, not Seychelles, not Trinidad and Tobago, not any of those countries probably have not heard of, but this time peaking number 1 in Guinea-Bissau. Amazing one. And then that is Burna Boy's second Apple Music number 1 for the song. Massive one to Burna Boy. And then we say congratulations to Burna Boy for this one. And moving on, we have Adekunle Gold, the man who has come out to say, share about me, come and hear me, and come and see, or come and hear my thoughts about what happened between I and Brian. What did he say? In no time, we'll get there. I also where he came through the project, the one he called Tequila Ever After, amazing project from Adekunle Gold, about 18-track album, and then he had songs like Chasing Peace of Mind with Amifaku and Abib Koite. He had Partner Stuff with Noliski. He had Sorrow, he had Tio Baby, he had Ogaraya, he had The Wrong Person with Odumo the Black, he had Don't Be a Baby, Do You Mind, Sisi Ganja, he had Make It Easy with Coco Jones, he had Not My Problem, he had Kerry, he He had Look What You Made Me Do with his beloved wife Simi, and then he had Omo Eko. He had Come Back to Me with Khalid. He had Falling Up with Pharrell Williams and Neil Rogers. He had To My Own, and then finally on track 18, he had All My Life. Amazing track, amazing one from Adekunle Gold. Trust me, the project came through the same day with Kiss Daniel, and then people had to pick which one they prefer the most. But trust me, Adekunle Gold is still having amazing numbers despite he dropped with a big week, and people actually thought that because of Kiss Daniel, Adekunle Gold album might suffer. But trust me, his album is doing just as good as Kiss Daniel album is doing. So it just shows that you can, like, the sky is big for everyone. You can enjoy yourself while still doing that stuff you're doing. Anyway, moving on, we saw Adekunle Gold just after that announcing his UK tour, and then beginning on the 2nd day of November at Birmingham Forum, and it's going to end at the 5th day of November at the London OVO Arena, the same space Fireball used. Adekunle Gold is doing that on the 5th of November. Trust me, it's going to be a massive one. Adekunle Gold is saying, come get your tickets if you want to be part of history on that day. Moving on, we saw Adekunle Gold speaking on a radio station concerning what happened between him and Brimo at the time. We saw the girl asking him, saying, what really happened? Adekunle Gold came out to say, for him, he still does not understand. He's as confused as she is, and then he went on to say, in the music space, it's quite difficult for female artists to suffice because of a lot of people want to sexualize all of them. Like, basically, you're a female artist, the next thing people see, what they see you best at is on bed, and he's saying he doesn't subscribe to that, and he feels like that's barbaric and it doesn't make sense. But then regarding Brimo, he's still as confused, he's still as shocked as any other person is, because obviously he doesn't know why that had to go out there. But then he also spoke the fact that he knows that it's quite difficult for female artists to make it in the music space. At the same time, he said, whenever Simi gets to come out and say, female artists, this is what we go through, is that people come out with us, throw tantrums and insult her, but it is the reality. It is quite difficult for female artists in the industry. How true is that? I'll let you guys do the further conversation on that one. Moving on, we have Remy Boy as a next guy on the news. This guy is breaking all records and doing all the, what you probably would not think of like 10 years ago. Rema is doing it effortlessly and is doing it perfectly well. We saw Rema and Selena Gomez spent a 6-week at number 1 on the radio song chart with 90.7 million audience. That's a massive one to Rema on that one. Moving on, we saw Rema receiving a platinum for writing, just writing Calm Down. Not just the song this time, but then just for his effort in writing. That's a massive one, obviously, to Rema on that one. At the same time, we saw Rema River Roses has now spent 29 weeks on the Billboard 200. At the same time, it has now equaled King Sunny Ade record of the longest charting Nigerian album on the chart with 29 weeks. Rema for this week is 29 week. Let's see what next week will be. Maybe for 30th week, and then surpassing King Sunny Ade project. That's why it's called a record. Record that meant to be broken. Like, no matter how long or how still it takes, one of these days a record will be broken. And Rema is set to break the legendary record King Sunny Ade. I'm sure he's going to be happy wherever he is, because basically Afrobeat is doing good for himself. Now moving on, we saw for the Billboard World Album for the week of August 5. Rema Roses spent 1 year on the Billboard album chart, becoming the second Nigerian Afrobeat album to chart that long. Rema is number 3 on the Billboard World Album. Massive one to Rema for the project Rave and Roses. Moving on, we have Sheyi Vibes as the next guy on the news. Sheyi is an amazing guy, trust me. I saw just over the weekend, he was at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium with Whiskey behind the scene, and then having massive fun with himself. He's just an amazing person doing it for himself. We saw the other man coming out to say, Sheyi, congratulations for your achievement on the $1 billion Maybe 2.0 album to surpass an impressive 400 million stream on audio mark, and that's a massive one to Sheyi Vibe, massive one. For some artists, this is their career stream for Sheyi Vibe. On a project, on just one project, on the platform, 400 million, it just shows that you are a massive artist. Moving on, we saw where he linked up with BURNA Boy just after leaving Tottenham Stadium hanging out with Whiskey. He went on again to actually have moments with BURNA Boy and showed with BURNA Boy. Obviously, you have the goals, you have the Davido, you have the Whiskey, you have BURNA Boy, and then Sheyi Vibe working with these guys just shows that this guy knows what to do to get to the top. If you want to get there, you must roll with these big boys, and then he is doing that effortlessly. I saw where he announced that this is going to be at the they're going to be doing the show in the UK at the Indigo, the O2 Indigo, and that's about 5,000 capacity. But then Sheva is saying, I want to shut that space down, so guys, come get tickets. And maybe that's why he's doing the BURNA and whiskey thingy. Like, if you support this guys, please support me, and let's have this space on a shut down. But then wish him the best as he do all of that. The event is set to happen on the 11th day of August, as a Friday, next week Friday. We wish Sheva all the best on that one. And moving on, we saw where he went to do a check how the venue looked like. He went there, walk in the space, make sure that they were no hiccup, and to make sure that on the 11th day of August is going to be a signed, sealed, and delivery day. So without like postponement or cancellation or things like that, it's going to be a day that we'll go there, we'll do a tour, we'll do a show, and we'll leave that space. Congrats to Shea Vibes on that one. We saw where he spoke and sat with Adekunle, and this time Adekunle asked him and said, Shea Vibes, you said all your lyrics has meaning. He said yes. He said, then please explain to me what the first line of chance means. And then obviously he went on saying Anima Sham Lomo yeah, pop pop pop, and then he explained on that saying what he meant was Anima Sham is someone who's not stingy. Pop pop pass, obviously you understand what that is, passing stuff and everything. And then he said, he just explained everything, and I think that was more the opinion saying, I understand, and people were like, bro, I think I don't understand what you're doing because I don't understand what you're doing. But I don't know if that vibe of doing the whatever he's doing, like whatever he's with Wizkid, he has that in the lot. Wizkid says, my name is Big Ben. He said, and they're like, bro, calm down. And then he went on Shea Vibes doing the same thing, and obviously only a little bit understood what Shea Vibes said to you, because a lot of us out there never understood a thing, because he went from saying don't be stingy to passing pop off, and then when I mean pop off, like what it meant differently, and then he went on to say they're clapping for a girl, and I'm like, oh my god, this is serious. When he was moving on from this one, we saw where Davido actually went on to endorse Charlie Poppy's song, and in the club in Atlanta, Davido was still in the club and vibing so hard, and even funny how he was even singing the song word for word alongside Charlie Poppy, and just vibing so hard. And this is just a massive one for Charlie, because basically this is Davido vibing so hard in Atlanta. Davido is quite big in the US, very big in the US basically, and then taking yourself to that space shows that these US guys will start to reason with your song, and they will love your song basically. So in no time we might get to see Charlie announcing a tour in the US, just maybe anyways. Anyway, moving on, we have Kiss Daniel as the last guy on the news. We saw Kiss Daniel just after the album has been on that spree. Now Kiss Daniel has this every year where he drops a song, and then he goes in the spree where he has people come to the studio, give them verses, give them lines, give them hook, and all of that. This time him and Zinodisky came from the song with Popoli, and then trust me, the song is an instant banger. Like, it's Kiss Daniel basically. When they say Kiss doesn't have a bad song, they're not joking. Kiss Daniel cannot make himself have a bad song basically. Like, it was a perfect blend from Kiss Daniel and Shea Vibes. But then one of Kiss Daniel's line was when he said ish, and they were like, that's a Shea Vibes line. Why is Kiss Daniel using a Shea Vibes line in his Zinodisky song? Because obviously we all know that Zino and Shea Vibes are the back and forth, and then Kiss Daniel is coming to use a Shea Vibes line in a Zinodisky song. Like, make it make sense. We saw fans coming out to say, no Shea, no vibe, make una sha wait for new Shea music. He must diss this song. Someone is saying, I know if we wait 2 years, no part. But basically, a lot of fans went out there said, we can't wait for Shea Vibes to come and give us something that would diss this song. But the truth is this: Kiss Daniel has given Shea Vibes at least the line of Wabalada, a Benson song basically, but then it was on that song, and that song gave him numbers and obviously finances to his name. So this is Kiss Daniel saying, I've worked for you, let me also work for Zinodisky. I'm in the middle, I don't hate anybody, I love you guys equally. I'm going to do what I did for you for Zinodisky. Massive one to Kiss Daniel, massive one to everyone supporting Afrobeat, and this is a massive jam. We all cannot wait to see when the song will finally drop and start vibing so hard to it. Anyways guys, we've come to the end of this one, and trust me, we'll catch you guys on the very next one. Please stay safe guys.